And welcome back to Jeff Koinange Live here. This is on television here with the man who just shoots from the hip. He spares nothing and nobody. COTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli, his predictions, he's already making a few as we speak. And SG, you know, there's a prediction you made, or there's something you talked about it's actually in 2019.
Yes.
October 2019, if I recall.
Yes.
Let's just take a listen to what you said in October 2019. Take a listen. One of the people who said they're not interested in being president or being in charge next round is President Kenyatta. He wants to go home. He's not interested.
Let me tell you, Kenyatta didn't elect himself. He was elected by the people. And he cannot make a decision for himself. People will make a decision for him. He's our leader. And if where he comes from, say we have about 6 slots, and they come with him saying our slot, we are giving it to President Kenyatta, he will do very little. See, in 1992, when we removed Section 2A in our constitution, yes, and we amended our constitution, we had a new constitution, President Moi had to serve 10 years. Even after amendments of BBI, yeah, Kenyatta can say he still wants to be a president. It will be a new outfit. It will be a new constitution.
But you yourself have constantly said he's too young to retire. You said it.
Absolutely. Do you know why?
Why?
If a young man has money and has connections and he can move, he can give you a lot of problems. That is why a place for him must be sought out. He will give people a lot of problems because he has connections. President Kenyatta now has local and international connections. Do you think when he retires, he'll just go at Katunda and sit there, sitting like this, watching things going this way and that way, paying taxes?
Yeah. President Kibaki retired?
Yeah, because of the age.
October 2019. You still insist?
Absolutely. I've told you that I was giving you an example of what happens in labor movement elections. And this is exactly what happens when people are deciding who should be here and who should take this. And if they say now, as I have told you always, that our politics is pegged on ethnicity, that the Mount Kenya people, here we have a slot for you. Whom are you giving us?
But there are others, SG. Come on,
yeah,
there are other people.
I know, but it will depend. These people, where are they coming from? From the moon. These people will be coming from the people.
But some of them...
If they say this slot is for our northeastern brothers, this slot is for our eastern brother, this slot is for Mount Kenya, this slot is for western. And western people are told, go and meet there and give us one person. Say, for example, Mohesa Kitui and Musalia Mudavadi, they happen to be in one camp. Or Musalia with Weta, as they are moving together like this. And they are told, your slot is this one. You go and sit there. We want one from you people. And as I've told you, I will be sitting on that deciding table. And then I go back and consult my community. And they say, instead of the two, let's give that position to Musalia Mudavadi, or to Weta, or to Mohesa Kitui, or to Oparanya for that matter. Who are you in that particular, on that particular table to say we don't want this? And this person has been proposed by his own people. Let nobody tell you, and I've told the Kenyans, let us accept our politics positively. Let us not pretend that we are talking as a united Kenya, that somebody can just emerge like that and is given a slot.
We're still very tribal.
Yeah. And let's take it very positively, and we will be peaceful.
But tell me something. Already in NASA, you hear Musalia Mudavadi and Wetangula, and Kalonzo, part of NASA, they're demanding that Raila endorse one of them. They were demanding this week, endorse one of us.
First of
you
all,
owe it to us.
Let me tell you, this BBI is whose child. You start arguing for the slots that you don't know where they are coming from. First of all, we must thank the former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, and Uhuru Kenyatta on handshake. It is the one which produced BBI. And they did choose very well the people to steer it. One of them, and may God rest his soul in peace, was Yusuf Haji, an elder whom you cannot compare, an elder who has seen it all, an elder who was an administrator for a long time, an elder with wealth of experience. And then the two decided, let him chair the BBI for the purposes of reviewing our 2010 constitution. After that, and I know he's the one who might have decided, his own committee, that have Dennis Waweru and Junet to set up a BBI secretariat. I was among the first signatories, and they organized something that has never been organized in this country at the Kenyatta Conference Center, chaired by His Excellency the President. The ceremony of people pending their signatures, demanding that let us have a BBI or amendment of our constitution.
You've given me a history of the BBI, but I asked you about Weta and Mudavadi and Kalonzo.
I'm coming there.
How long is it going to take you? Get to the point.
I'm coming there. And then that has culminated in what has happened yesterday, Super Tuesday. This is the brain of the two people on handshake. And I think every Kenyan who means well for this country should now be thanking the two people, His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, for the peace we are having. Leave alone those blame games here and there. How do you blame somebody who has done, who has brought some? Now positions are being created, governance is there. Instead of you focusing on this animal called BBI, what will I get out of it? The way MCAs are now focusing on it, you start quarreling amongst yourself. And the animal is here. It requires who has a sharp knife to get a piece out of it. And you are still asking somebody now who brought this thing here. What happened here? Are you really thinking about what is going to happen? And let me tell you, this issue of being endorsed, why do you want to be endorsed? A leader emerges, a leader has capacity, a leader is a leader who has manhood, a leader shows the way, a leader is seen. Me, I don't want anybody to endorse me. Even in my small job that I'm doing. I don't want somebody to endorse me. If somebody endorses you, he can continue endorsing you even in your own house.
But remember 2002 when Raila said Kibaki Tosha. Maybe that's what they're looking for.
No, but you know why? He said that out of frustrations, because even the late Kibaki, the retired president Mzee Kibaki had accepted Musalia Mudavadi as a president. And he accepts to be a vice president for 3 months. Making Raila now say in the absence of Musalia, now what do I do? And we are going for elections. So you Mzee Kibaki Tosha. This is historical. It is there, documented.
I thought Nyachai was the obvious pick, or the one who was going to be picked.
No, but Raila has had a light spot for Mudavadi for a long time. They have been very close for a long time.
So why can't he endorse him now then?
No, why should he be endorsed? Musalia is a very articulate young man. He's an economist. He has been a minister for finance in 1994. He has been, after 1992 elections, he was made a minister and so on. And he has held various ministerial positions. He has been a vice president. Does he still need to be endorsed? I'm asking you. Does he still need to be endorsed?
He needs some kind of backing. He needs somebody.
What backing? Our community is the second largest in this country, this republic.
Yeah, but it's split right down the middle.
It is not split. It's a leadership of waiting to be endorsed. That one can't happen. It can't happen. That is why I'm saying, and that is why I'm an elder from that community. I'm saying we don't want anybody to endorse us. We are able. We can do it. We can show the way.
And yet,
but we must be calculative. You must calculate the move. Political leadership is mathematics. It's not endorsement, my friend. It's mathematics. It's like chess. When you are here, I'm here. When you move here, I'm here. Sometimes you play low to get the way forward. That's what he needs to. He needs to read the game. I'm telling you.
Yeah, what game is Mukhisa reading then?
No.
What if Raila was to say Mukhisa Tosha?
No, let me tell you. That will be good for him. And I know Mukhisa also, like any other leader, Mukhisa has been a minister. Mukhisa has done the international job. You know, he came from Geneva another day. Mukhisa is a very articulate person in international affairs. Mukhisa knows how he can refurbish Kenya's economy, and he has solutions. And when you listen to him talking, he's intellectual. So as such, he's a very bright person. Let me tell you, when Kibaki took over, 2002, after 3 years, he moved our economy from minus 2% non-performing, minus 2% of our total GDP, non-performing economy, to 5 in 3 years. I happen to represent Africa labor movement in the meeting of G20 in Berlin. And when I finished my speech about the pace the Kenya's economy was taking and how we were moving under President Kibaki at that time, we were almost at 6% of our total GDP within a shortest possible time. People asked me, what magic do you think your president is using to spur the economic growth in your country and create more employment? I said, this is the first time we have had a professional president, man who did his economics so many years back, man who taught economics, the University of Makerere, man who has been a minister, man who has held several portfolios, including economic and planning ministry in Kenya, man with wealth experience in issues related to economic growth. And this is the first time we have had such a president. He is a professional president. And when I went back to my hotel, everybody was calling me. This is the type of people like Mukhisa, people with wealth experience, people who can drive. But such people, because sometimes people mistake them. That, I was listening to some people saying, this man doesn't come to funerals, he doesn't attend this. And then, you know, politics is local. Yeah. Sometimes he might have a lot of problems because politics is local. And if you don't go local, then you get into problems of the people who are saying, he doesn't chair funerals and so on. Funerals, people want to decide their leadership based on funerals. You see, those are such of the things. But you cannot wish him away, just like the people we have. And all those lawyers who have shown their interest.
The other day I saw him.
Professionals in their own rights, including Musalia, including Wetangula, including Oparanya.
Yeah, but you say they don't need endorsements. That's what you said.
I'm saying as a community, we don't need endorsement.
The other day there was a picture of Makueni Governor, Kibuta Kibwana, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, Mukhisa Kitui. You saw that photo.
But I have told you this thing on this bench here. When you are talking to Raila, I don't know why people don't learn others. If you want to live and survive and also be a good advisor, try to take a few minutes to learn the tastes of others and behaviors of others, particularly in leadership. You know, I have told you here that when you are sitting with Raila on the same table somewhere here, don't be deceived, he is with you there. He's somewhere calculating this and that. He always has a plan B. And if plan B doesn't work, he has plan C. And if C doesn't work, he has plan D. So to say, we will gang up against him, you are wasting your time. What about if he came up with another formation and he's a crowd puller? He will be rendered irrelevant. But for you, as such a person, because there is very little you can do against him. He has undergone several issues. He's an historical person around us. And the age is still on his side. given that President Biden is 78, Raila is about 75, he can still turn tables in this country for so many people. So don't dismiss him because of his age.
The tanga.
And even at that particular age, he's the best for somebody who wants to lead, to move closer to him and learn more from him.
Do you think he can beat Ruto? One-on-one?
If he's given, if he decides to run.
Yeah.
If he decides to run. If Raila Amolo decides to run.
You said that 3 times.
If he decides to run. You know, he's the only man who has suicidal supporters in this country. People who are prepared to die for him. He's the only person. Even some other people are not prepared to die for their for their own relatives.
Are you going to answer the question before we go to break?
Huh?
If he decides to run.
Yeah. It will be something else. I don't know. But he has a big following in this country.
You are just evading my question. Just tell me yes, no. Can he beat Ruto?
Let me tell you.
No, don't tell me.
I
yes
want to
or
tell
no?
you. I want to tell you. Me, I have dismissed Ruto. And I don't want to compare Raila with Ruto. I dismissed him long time ago that he's not going to be the president 2022. So how will he be beaten and he's down? I didn't want to mention his name. Because if a person is down, you don't mention his name. Listen to me. Listen to me, Jeff. Listen to me, I'm an elder. He is not going to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. Can take it to the bank. And why are you saying if Raila decides to run with a person who will not be the president? Do you have another person? Bring the other name you are thinking of. I have told you I don't know who will be the president, including Raila. But I know who will not be the president. Allah, Allah, Allah.
Okay, enough said. Let's take a break. Wow.
You know, recently, let me tell you, recently they were saying, about this, and me, I knew very well. The counter assemblies are going to reject BBI. Uhuru has never left the State House to campaign. Raila has never left, apart from seeing his people, all the people bringing them together. What about today if they come together and they say, 2 of us, we are now running, or we have come together as a party. 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Let's take a break. The SG wants to get up and go. We'll be back.
Because this is the truth.
Yes.
And
10 a.m.
He who talks, who speaks the truth, he's with God. And he who is with God, you cannot defeat him.
Well,
it is not me. That is the truth. And the truth is God.
And the truth will set you free.
And the truth will set you free.
Back in a moment. We're going to be set free for a moment.